minus 20 degrees outside, and I'm alone. Without fuel, I cannot eat, I cannot drink, and I cannot heat myself. Man, I'm scared. I am Nika. I have way too many weaknesses, but at least one strength. I'm one of those women that does not take no for an answer. 3 years ago, I was ready to embark on what I believed would be the greatest challenge of my life, crossing from Mallorca to Barcelona on a kite surf alone. But the day before departure, life decided otherwise.
The good news is that I'm alive.
I had 15 broken bones and a full reconstruction of my foot. And seriously, the most excruciating pain I've ever experienced. Oh, I want a challenge, right? Well, I'm served.
Mireu quantes mamis tinc avui per preparar el sopar a l'habitació. I si algú vol tantes mamis, us donaré el secret. Us feu molt mal i us disfresseu de pallasso.
After a year in hospital where I actually needed help for virtually everything, I really felt the need to prove to myself that I could be independent. My new left foot is as big as a football, but I'm determined not to make it a limitation. I actually decided to adopt it and name it Wakatao after a Maori warrior. I want him to become my new adventure partner. So here go the big news. You can walk.
He camminato una mica aquest matí, fa molt. Però spero que passi. A veure si aquí tirada, a veure si passa. Però bueno, està bé de poder caminar. Encara fa massa.
Allez, go.
I still live in the rehab clinic. I can barely walk yet and spend most of the day on a wheelchair. But the snow inspires me. I know I need a goal that will make me feel alive again. Yeah, walking and playing sports again felt good, but I needed to prove to myself that I was still in the game.
It's good chocolate?
Yeah, good chocolate, but
And with this, I should be able to walk.
I want to cross Lapland. It's deep above the Arctic Circle. Small round hills covered in snow look welcoming, but I will also have to cross forests, rivers, and the scary Risa Canyon to make it to Norway. I know storms can be brutal and temperatures can go down to minus 30 degrees. But I know that nothing is impossible with the right support team.
Mika and Caro stopped at the hut and they're going back, and I'm right here in the middle of nowhere by myself, literally.
And if I go by my own rules. Alone and unsupported. Only with my skis, a kite, a sled, a small drone, and a couple of cameras to try to film myself.
Yeah, so that way. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm trying to make my way upwards. The view with the sun is so beautiful that I had to film. Haha.
I needed to connect with the new version of myself. Really just feel how far I could go. If I decided to share it and try to film myself is because I felt I owed this to the younger version of myself, one who grew up with wild dreams and no female role models to look up to. As a kid, I had the feeling that both being a pioneer in the outdoors and being good in science were reserved to men.
It's eatable.
Yeah. Starting day 2 walking. I was too lazy to put my skins on and too optimistic to find some wind. Did you see something? Okay, this is the view. All the time. Wait. That's amazing. I've never seen something like that. Alright, I'm gonna keep walking. Wind, come please. Not very strong, huh? High hopes. It can barely drag me, so I'm not sure it's gonna drag me and the sled, but let's give it a try anyways. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, so the situation right now, I cannot see shit. Happy to be here. Oh my god. The house for tonight. Thought it would be better to have a hut now that I have 2 tango kites. The storm's coming, apparently. So I'm gonna get warm. Man, I am locked by the snow. I managed to open the door. I don't even know how I went out through a really small bit, like, I don't know, 20 centimeters. Almost shit, I broke my, yeah, I did break.
I wanted a challenge that would not only be physical, but also mental and require me to learn new skills. Put me in that place where I would own my own successes, but also my mistakes.
Oh, that's pretty tricky here.
I did go as east as possible, and then like navigating in between the trees in the forest, that was super crazy with the kite. The sled got caught into a branch.
Yeah, of course this had to happen. I pushed so much.
I also peed in my pants. I was using that Chiwi and it wasn't well, but let's say. Anyways, that was a pretty long day. Let's see what tomorrow has. Good morning. This is completely frozen. Doing stuff in the morning. Everything takes so long here under the tent. Like, you don't have time to get bored before you have to get going. Oh, the sled is all covered in snow. Oh my god.
So this is how we started the day. Pulling the sled in the middle of this Lapland forest. Welcome to Norway! There's all this forest and like an uphill on the other side. I don't know how I'm gonna do that with the sled. pretty tough navigating in this area, man. I was buried waist deep, so I really don't want to know what is in there, that black hole. I hope it's not water. And I went to the track all the way to the top so that hopefully it'll be easier with that big baby. I made it through the two hardest parts, I think. I hope. This is exhausting. Alright, so heading north a little bit here. And I found there's kind of a house, a hut. I'm gonna go check it out. So that's where I found the cabin. On what I was supposed to do, go up here. And then trying to find this road, but the thing here is that to reach the road there is a lot of trees. But once I'm up here, if there's no wind, I'm fucked, because there is no way I can walk all that with a sled. My fuel canister leaked inside the waterproof bag that leaked outside, and I basically lost all the fuel I had and managed to recover only like 600 milliliters, which could make maximum 3 days if I am really saving on fuel. Maybe I could make it if there was wind, but no, the wind is super light, so I'm not gonna risk it anyways. So many little things that you can do wrong, or that in normal life we have no consequences. Here they can like put your life at risk. So okay, so the wind is back. It's gonna be a pretty tough upwind, but I think it's my best chance to get out of here. There's too many trees there. It's a very long walk, so hopefully the wind will hold and I have like maybe 2 or 3 more days of fuel, so I hope I can make it as far as I can. See? That's not gonna hold very long, so yeah, let's see if this holds. Maybe I can get out today. I am. This is just amazing. Look at that. Like, just all white. And I have to figure out where I have to go. Hopefully heading up north, but trying to grow as much as wind as I can. Wind died. That's why I don't want to make videos, because right after the wind dies. I'm scared that I'm not gonna make it out of this without rescue, and I don't even, yeah, the wind forecast is not super promising, and I try to stay positive, but it's not easy all the time. So I'm gonna go to bed. I need some rest, and yeah, I'll do everything I can.
fuel has determined the number of days I could be out because of the leak. But in reality, what really, really mattered to me was that I could have one piece of brownie per day. So, based on this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, could have been divided. Yeah, okay. I could even have like 6 days left. Freaking fuel.
Yeah, he's been holding on really well, but I start to see some wounds here.
So let's keep walking. I have 10k to make and I did 1. So almost there. But now the snow is super nice and hard and I hope it's gonna last. But for some reason all the hopes I've had these past days have never really realized. So now first hope number 1 is wind from the south to come in.
What can I say about today? Today was just the perfect day. It was windy since the morning. Super excited to have made it to the other side. It was a very rough journey. I don't think I would do it again.
I'm gonna let you with a view. Pretty cool view of the sunset. And I'm gonna go back inside. Get warm because as you see I'm already freezing.
For those people whose lives are turned upside down in a matter of seconds, struggling to see light at the end of the tunnel, I want to give you hope. I want to tell you that probably the hardest part is to accept that the previous version of ourselves will not come back. But we are the only ones who can create that new version, probably not stronger, but definitely more resilient.
Yes, I made it!
And feel alive again.